Welcome back to my channel. I enjoy the midweek short book reviews so much that I wanted to make another one. Today I'll be sharing my review of a book that didn't hook me at first, but on my second go at it I was enthralled. The book in question is Piranesi by Susanna Clarke. I mentioned it in my April rundown, but I liked it so much I wanted to give it its own space. Piranesi was really something else. First of all, it was the first paper book I've read in I don't know how long. I'm usually a Kindle reader or an audiobook listener, but I think it only added to the experience. I started reading it a few months earlier, but couldn't really get into it at first. After reading a non-spoiler review on the site The Wallflower Digest, I decided to give it another attempt. It's a very different book, and it's really more about the journey than the destination. I know that this had led to some readers being disappointed in the ending and the story at large, but the way I see it, the book is an ode to solitude and the quiet life. So who is Piranesi? Well, in this book, he's the main character. There's another mysterious character that names him Piranesi, and I think that Piranesi is what makes the book. In some ways, he's like a child. He's just content in wandering around the labyrinth and doing his everyday sort of magic almost. He has his own rituals and chores to perform. What other readers report as boring, I see as oddly soothing. Piranesi's recounting of the halls, the statues within the halls, and how the different corridors are connected gives me an odd sense of calm. He loves the house, and the house loves him. So what is the house? Well, the house is a vast labyrinthian structure where Piranesi lives. Clarke's descriptions of the house through Piranesi's eyes made me want to just go and lay down on a piece of marble. It's so beautifully written. Piranesi knows where every statue is, and he knows when the tides of the sea make some parts of this labyrinth unsafe. He's like a faun, but in a marble castle instead of a forest. The story itself ended up being like sort of a suspense novel wrapped in fantasy language. Although the underlying story had me biting my nails, what really gripped me was the theme of identity, memory, and solitude. I think Piranesi perfectly encapsulates the difference between loneliness and solitude. He is mostly alone, but he's rarely lonely. I can agree with some reviewers that the story and the ending wasn't as unexpected as advertised, but for me it's more often about how someone writes and not so much what. I can appreciate a well-written twist even if I see it coming. In conclusion, Piranesi is both mesmerizing and thought-provoking. As someone who's interested in the concept of solitude and loneliness, it was like sitting under a cuddly blanket. I was also very into Piranesi's journals and how journaling truly can be a link to the past. It made me look at my own note-making in a different way and made me regret destroying old journals. And that wraps up this short review of Piranesi by Susanna Clarke. Have you read this book? What did you think of it? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this review, don't forget to give a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you. Until next time, happy reading!